Welcome to another episode, everyone. Young Aunt Jefe. Get out of the way, kid. That's all I can tell you. It's up around here. Now, young Aunt Jefe did a video in response to the video that I did yesterday with No Jumper handing me a copyright strike. Clearly, in my video, in one of the videos and one of my responses or what have you, I did say that I didn't trust anyone there at No Jumper, that they were all essentially suspect. And Jefe took a bit of exception to that. He didn't go too crazy, but he has a few things to say to me about that comment and about the whole situation at large. I'll let him speak.
I got a call this morning from one of my partners. He like, hey, Jefe, what's the deal? I'm like, what's going on? He like, man, what's going on at No Jumper? I'm like, what you talking about? He like, man, Adam tripping like that? I'm like, what you talking about? He like, man, I got a strike because I reacted to some content. I'm like, look, man, I can't say if Adam struck you or he didn't strike you. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information because I don't allow myself to, you know what I'm saying, be involved in that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I have never, I don't think, asked Adam like, hey, did you strike this? I haven't got no strike from reacting to No Jumper content before I was up there or while I've been up there. Now, when I was talking to my partner, I seen this content right here from Damion Porter, right? And Damion Porter basically calling Wack 100 a rat and saying he found the perpetrator and stuff like that. And then this content as well, as y'all heard him say, he basically like, man, everybody up there at No Jumper, man, this is what they own and this is what they got going on. They know about that. Well, let me tell you this, Mr. Damion Porter, Mr. Chinaman, I don't know nothing about that. And like I said, it ain't nothing that strike no chord with me, but I am a person that's up there in the building and I don't know nothing about no police activity whatsoever. And like I told my other partner, I'm like, man, maybe that's like third party, you know what I'm saying? Other people that work at No Jumper that's over, you know what I'm saying, the day-to-day operations of what's going on at No Jumper because Adam 22, you know what I'm saying, it's his company, but he's not over the day-to-day operations. You know, you hire people and you pay people to take care of things that you don't want to do. But like I said, it's not my business, so I never just hop out there and get up here and be like, oh, Adam didn't do that, and I don't know if he did it or not. Now let's get to it. So being that Damion Porter, aka Chinaman, name came up on this Wack 100 and Adam 22 show, he's basically saying he found the corporate. I found the perpetrator. So basically Adam 22 is saying that he's sick of a lot of these channels coming out, reacting to him in a negative light and just, you know, clout chasing No Jumper. So that's when you got Wack 100 feed in and he's giving his feedback to my all year. It's about to be over with for reaction channels. We the one that control the narratives and stuff like that. And just like Damion Porter said, bro, like at the end of the day, unless YouTube is flagging something, it's not going to be over for reaction channels because you guys are going to keep on talking. You guys are going to keep on getting up there doing interviews. The day that people decide to stop doing interviews and putting out content, that's the day that a reaction channel is going to die because
excuse me, it's not going to even die then because there's always something in the world to react to. But let me just say this briefly, that I indeed did say that yesterday. I was upset, angry, still am a bit. Didn't feel like I had that copyright strike coming, felt like it was a low blow. Nevertheless, I am not crying about it, about the situation. I did what I had to do behind the scenes, trying to get the strike off. I'm just going to leave it there. And when I did my reaction videos to No Jumper, there was never anything personal against No Jumper. A couple of times I did say in there that Adam was a culture vulture. That's just what I believe. And, you know, something like that. But for the most part, I would react to whatever was happening there. If it was a fight with Spody Face and whomever, and Jaleese there tripping about this, that, and the other, or Jaleese crashed out, I would just cover whatever happened at No Jumper. I was not attacking No Jumper. I was not having negative videos towards No Jumper whatsoever. In fact, a couple of times I gave Adam credit, you know, saying, oh, no, Adam told the truth. It takes Adam to put this individual in this place and let him know that this is this or is that or what have you. So if the video seemed negative, it's because it was something negative that transpired on the podcast, and I was just covering it. All I was doing was covering situations, but nevertheless, I'm going to switch up how exactly I do some of my content. But here we have Jefe saying that one of his partners called him this morning, or whenever he did this video yesterday or so, the morning of this video, and told him that he got a strike from No Jumper, a copyright strike. He said, man, Adam tripping like this or whatever, the things that we just heard Jefe say. He said that he has nothing to do with it. So apparently it was not just me. Someone else, according to Jefe, also received a strike, at least one other person, who knows what else. So perhaps No Jumper is just saying, as Jefe just alluded to, that they're sick of the negative coverage or negative reactions to them. So they say, oh yeah, we're just going to copyright strike everybody. Use your own content, get your own content. But no one will ever run out of content, because I can look at a newspaper clipping and come on here and bring the story to life, tell you to bring the whole story to you that I just read in the newspaper clipping or in a freaking book. And content is everywhere, all around the world at all times. I'm just doing narrow-minded content right now anyway, narrowing my possibilities by doing this sort of gang and prison content, looking to escape and get into something else. And there's many other things to get into that it's still relative and will still have an impact on my community. So I would never run out of content. I would never phase out. These dudes will have to get me off of the internet like they've been trying to do for the last couple of months. But as far as me just phasing out because I don't have anything to talk about or there's no content, that's absolutely asinine. Content is everywhere. I have the whole world to react to and bring information about. So that's something that I would never worry about. But let me say briefly to young Jefe that I have absolutely no problems with him, with young Jefe, or none of the other individuals there at No Jumper, Spody Face or Munchie B. What happened, the strike that I received, it's not their fault. I was upset a bit yesterday. Felt like maybe one of them could have told Adam or should have told Adam, man, don't do that. But as Jefe said, he didn't speak to Adam about this. He doesn't know. I'm sure Adam didn't call himself. He had his people do it or whatever, but still, he was involved because they had just had the conversation about me, him and Wack. But again, as we can see, apparently I was not the only one, so perhaps I won't take it as personal. But young Ant, I have no problem with him. I have no problem with you, brother. I mess with Baby Ant, as I always say, and I mess with young Ant as well. His content and the way that he carries himself, I can appreciate as well. He's not, ever in no nonsense or exposing people unnecessarily or what have you. He's going to defend himself, but he's consistent with his content, has been so, and was involved in the peace talks and has been trying to help the community as well, young Ant Jefe. So I'm going to walk back what I said yesterday about me not trusting anyone or considering everyone a suspect there or what have you at No Jumper. Because you all had nothing to do with it, you, Spody Face, and Munchie B and all that. Week 100, he has something to do with it. The carjacker. Get it? Carjacker. Carjacker. The carjacker has something to do with it. But it's cool. I'm not even crying about it. We'll see what we can do about it. And that's that. So, again, I walked that back as far as attacking y'all. I wasn't necessarily attacking y'all. I just said I didn't trust anyone there or whatever. That's how I felt in that moment. That was my response and my reaction to it. But don't take that personal, young Ants. Nothing against you, bro. You good.
As long as there's content out there, you can react to anything. Now, you might take a hit and your numbers might dip if you was doing some street stuff and you trying to switch over to something else. But once you build that fan base, just like you built the reaction on the street stuff, you're going to be back up there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hard work and determination, as if you want it or not. It seemed like that y'all want to run reaction channels away and people away. But why would you want to do that? When Damion Porter also, like he said, is valid, like y'all the ones that's exposing people and putting certain information out there. And what's wrong if we are people who live that life, been to jail, and people who's a part of this internet or content space that's listening in like, well, okay, they saying this, whether it's factual or actual, I may have been through that, or I think indifferent from what they thinking. Like, it seemed like people just want what they say to be heard and drown out everything else. And that's just weird because it don't go like that in life. But, these two, I'm pretty sure they having a back and forth because I think Wack 100 had probably already fired back and said what he said. So I'm going to get into that next and go check that out and see what they saying. But, man, hey, that's the type of game these dudes playing. I don't like it. My channel was getting struck a lot. People were seeing me.
What? Say what? He fired back and said something. Maybe he talking about the comment that I responded to when Wack had left a comment yesterday in one of those videos. I found the snitch. I think that video, he left a comment. And I responded to that or whatever. So maybe Young Anna's talking about that, but I don't know. It didn't sound like it. He said, Wack 100 has already said something back, and I'm going to go over there and get into that. So perhaps Wack has responded on his channel. I don't know. I haven't seen it or I haven't heard anything. I wasn't looking for it because I said I was just going to stall that whole situation out altogether. Wack, no jumper, all of this stuff. I'm cool right now. At least try to get this strike off, and then we go from there. But no, not if he done fired back and said something. Brought me up at first, bro. I ain't bringing you up. You brought me up. You started all of this. Let me go over here and see what he had to say. Because I was about to stall him out and stall the whole situation out. As I said, I ain't done nothing on him today. I was like, okay, I'm just going to move on from that and let me get into some other content. Let me not cry about the strike or keep mentioning it or whatever. Let me just move on. I did use some of their content. Don't feel like I should have got a strike behind it. They use content, whatever. Let me move on. I said what I had to say about it yesterday. Let me move on, do some other content, be careful with that. Because at first I was going to get into this whole J Diggs thing. I saw some video on that yesterday. And this whole 3-finger thing. I was going to get back at the carjacker today. I was going to holler back at the carjacker today. Like, come with some content on the carjacker today. But I decided against it. What is this I'm hearing now? Okay, I don't have to go see if it's up. If it's up, it's up then. I guess it's up then. Stay on the lookout, Go Up Movement. Stay on the lookout for some content after this one here. The hell?
Getting struck and they wasn't saying nothing. Not that I needed them to say nothing, but I was going through the same thing that Chinaman was going through. I was getting strike right when I get off a strike. I'm coming back, putting that work in content, getting struck again, getting put back on the bench again. These are the type of games that these dudes play. And that's why I had kind of like changed my content up when I came back and wasn't going at people as much and being on the friction base with people, because like once you say something that somebody don't like, or you getting under their skin, or they saying that your content is doing more views than them and getting pushed more than the algorithm than yours, then they're gonna try to make you take a hit, put you on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we're gonna conclude this there. It's your boy Young and Jefe.
Well, that's sad. That's a shame. I would never do that. I would never do anything like that. When I spoke to the lawyer yesterday, and then again today, we went over a few things. This individual made it clear that he can get channels taken. He can get channels stricken down if he wanted to. That we went through a few episodes that can be considered harassment, bullying, all of this stuff, where we can mass report it to YouTube and force them to strike the channel down or give them a strike or what have you. I said I would never do anything like that. It never even crosses my mind, even with this situation, for me to respond in that way. This is their life, their livelihood. They worked hard on their channel. They working hard on their channel. If I have a problem with them, I'll take it up with them in some other way. But nothing to do with their job, nothing to do with their life. I just don't get it. Something I wouldn't do. But it's not like their hands are clean over there. They can get strikes and everything, copyright strikes and guideline strikes for sure for harassment and bullying easily. The other dude over there just talking about somebody's mama, daughter, ugly daughter, all this. Man, you dude's crazy, man. Dude's crazy. But so anyway, shout out to young Aunt Jefe. Again, you know what I'm saying? You already know what's up, man. We got to stick together in this whole thing. They trying to take us little small channels down. We trying to build up. They want us out of the way. Nasty work. So let me be careful with my content, but I can't run from nothing either. This dude started this stuff, mentioning my name, and then, but I'm not about to harp on that. It is what it is. That's yesterday's news, even though it still affects me today. So, yeah, with that in mind, let me go over there and at least just check out and see if he's had something to say. According to Ann, he did. But again, he is perhaps talking about the comment that he made, responded in my comments. Maybe that's what Aunt Jefe is talking about. I'm about to find out. This is crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, young Aunt, you already know what's up, bro. We solid. It's nothing against you. I just felt like that shouldn't have came. It's like, damn. It came out of nowhere from a video back in March. I was like, this is crazy. But now, as we can see, as we find out, it wasn't just me. And Jefe say one of his partners called. And that's just someone who knows him and has his number. So it could have been others or many more others or whatever. I don't know. At least one other person, because someone called him and said, man, what's up? Your boy on this, Adam on this. What you talking about? Gave me a strike, man. It wasn't just me. He said he just got this call, so it's just what they own right now, I guess. Let me be careful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe. Let me go over here and check out, see if Carjacker says something, though. See if the Carjacker says something. Stay safe and stay free. Don't do it in the car. If you got to do it, get in your bed. Don't be a carjacker. That's some sick work. In the car? In the parking lot of Subway? What type of stay safe and stay free, people?